Tonight at 6. We start here a month after WCNC Charlotte exposed potentially dangerous safety devices along North Carolina highways. The state has taken action to keep North Carolinians safe. Thanks for joining us this evening. I'm Colin Mayfield. Now, you may remember a recent investigation into so-called Frankensteined guardrails. They're improperly assembled using mismatched parts from different manufacturers. Not only are they not tested for use, they've also been associated with deaths in other states. The North Carolina Department of Transportation promised to repair those guardrails we found, so our Nate Morabito made sure the state followed through in tonight's Seeking Solutions.
Crews spent Thursday repairing this Frankenstein guardrail along Billy Graham Parkway. A guardrail, a safety advocate told us, reminded him of a similar one in Florida linked to the death of a 22-year-old. What looks like a blur to passing drivers,
this is a really big deal,
could actually be the difference between life and death.
I've seen these mismatched systems kill and maim people all across the country.
This guardrail sat in the middle of Billy Graham Parkway for so long, vines covered it.
We cannot just set these things and forget them.
It's one of several across the state safety advocate Steve Eimers flagged as Frankenstein.
I've looked at a fraction of those.
And he believes there are many more the North Carolina Department of Transportation doesn't yet know about.
We're probably talking hundreds, possibly thousands.
What are you all going to do about it? When questioned about our findings,
if we are aware of it, yes, we will fix it.
NCDOT promised to take action. The agency reports crews have since repaired more than a dozen Frankenstein guardrails we identified, including 2 on I-77, 1 on 485, another on Wilkinson Boulevard, several in Shelby, 2 in Lincolnton, and even more on I-26 in western North Carolina. The state determined a handful of others we identified do not, in fact, have deficiencies.
We do not believe it would be a cost-effective endeavor to go out there and look at every one of these.
NCDOT maintains the agency is not aware of any fatalities or severe injuries involving Frankenstein guardrails in North Carolina and doesn't believe there is evidence they pose a widespread safety risk to the public.
Yes.
That's why Kevin Lacey told us taxpayers are better served by NCDOT using its limited resources on more impactful efforts, like replacing outdated guardrails rather than searching for improperly assembled ones.
There's a likelihood that we would save more lives spending that time and money on other activities.
I'm not anti-guardrail. I am anti-doing it wrong.
Eimers, though,
This is a square peg in a round hole.
isn't convinced.
This thing is Frankenstein.
He's continuing his mission to find others in North Carolina so the state can repair those too and potentially save more lives along the way.
This is the second one I've found in 15 minutes of being in North Carolina.
At the same time, crews fixed a Frankenstein guardrail in Charlotte.
You'll end up in the river.
He found several more in western North Carolina in just a matter of minutes. In addition to repairing this guardrail and most of the others we made them aware of, NCDOT also plans to improve training so crews install the guardrails right the first time, acknowledging some mistakes were likely made and noting some of the guardrails were installed decades ago. Nate Morabito, WCNC Charlotte.